Hey, Laurel.
Hey, Jessa.
Who do we have with us today?
We have many of the teammates for our Runway to Regeneration event. We've got Mavis Carolina Herrera and Sasha West. Woo! Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us. This is so exciting.
And Jessa, how do we know Mavis and Sasha?
So, Mavis and Sasha. Sorry, I know we're live. There's a little bit of an echo, so I apologize. This is the age of COVID. We're really phoning this in, but so Mavis and Sasha. So Sasha, we actually met almost a year ago. It's almost our 1-year anniversary. We met you last year through San Diego Startup Week at a WeWork party.
Yeah.
We just, I don't remember how we started talking, but we just really connected, and it was a very successful networking event, and we just kind of stayed in touch through then. And Sasha is a designer and an artist and has all these really cool just art products and interior designs, and I don't know, I guess you don't call it interior design, it's like strategic.
I design the places where people want to be and where they want to spend their time. So really the study of people and how they use space.
Got it. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, I know as soon as I say this, I'm going to totally botch it, so I may as well just have you do it. And so we've stayed in touch with you. And then Mavis, we met through Nathan Young, our friend. And it turns out we all know Nathan Young, of course, because he's like our Kevin Bacon to San Diego. He knows everybody. And Mavis, I think you had met Nathan at an event and talked about like your passion for doing good and using your business as a force for good. And that's how we got in touch with you. And in our very first meeting, we were just talking to you about your brand, Mavis Ferreira, and what you wanted to do. And one of the things you said, I want to put on a sustainable fashion show. Like, this is my dream. And we're like, let's do it. And here we are 6 months later doing it.
Yeah.
We got together and started a team, which Sasha has now come on board with. And then we have another partner as well, Lauren. And between the 5 of us, we've come up with the concept of Runway to Regeneration. And it is a brand and a movement around showcasing innovations in regenerative and sustainable business practices. Right now, we're focused on local business, like for our local community in San Diego. And, you know, we had grand plans. We've been planning, like I said, for 6 months. And we've been planning this to happen in October. And October 1st, 10:01 at the Broadway Pier. And it's going to be very fancy. And we're going to center this event around fashion, food, and drink, and bringing our community together. Things have changed. So we, as business owners and entrepreneurs, have pivoted as well. And so we're going to do something a little different leading up to that, which is, sorry, I'm just going for it. I'll just steal the show here. But it's Runway to Regeneration Ladies Night In. And we're hosting that a week from today, May 21st. And it's going to be an online event. We're making it interactive. We're showcasing a lot of really cool brands, sustainable brands, local to San Diego brands, but the products you can get across the country. Or I should say, you can get their products no matter where you're at in the country, I should say. And we are hosting a fashion show, at-home fashion show you can participate in. So we have an excuse to get dressed up. I know a lot of us, like, this is my, I mean, we're on video now, but this is a podcast, this is my dress up. I'm wearing I think it's a Gap shirt.
Fancy.
And so we're gonna have that, but you also don't have to get dressed up. And my favorite part is that one of our categories. So we have showstopper, most creative, and then loungewear. So I know some people have been spending a lot of money on some fancy tie-dye loungewear and, you know, cashmere knit, whatever. So feel free to show those off. So All that being said, very long-winded, but this is a podcast, is that with Runway to Regeneration, we're starting this movement, and instead of waiting until we can all get together in person, it's so uncertain right now at the moment when that will be. We're forging ahead, and we're changing it up and working to get our mission across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here. And for our listeners, you'll recall that we interviewed Mavis on our, she's over here.
I'm here.
We interviewed Mavis on Orion several months ago, and we talked about your brand, Mavis, and it's been so inspirational. You have continued to inspire us through the work that you do and inspire our partners to launch their businesses. And I'm wondering if you could just take a quick minute to remind our audience of what you do and what inspired you to host this Runway to Regeneration event with us.
So, Mavis Barrera, we make bags. Everything is handmade, and we use upcycle and sustainable resource materials. Through a bag, we empower women and being specific to help them business skills and to evolve, to become better and become the best version of themselves. That's what Mavis Barrera is behind scenes. Runway to Regeneration, Ladies In, it's pretty much to empower. I will not call ourselves small businesses because it takes a lot to make a business, but this is like badass entrepreneurs that I'm an honor to be next to them. And this is going to be great because everything has a purpose, and I just can't wait. It will be fun.
Yeah, we were really thoughtful about who we wanted to bring on board to participate in this event. As Jessa said, we wanted it to be in person because we really wanted to connect with decision makers, forward thinkers, and change makers, which are, a term that you use for your customers. Change makers are people that are not afraid to do what feels good, to do things that are right, be mindful and conscious of the supply chain for the materials that they're sourcing. Plastic is a huge topic of concern lately. COVID or no COVID, we're all very worried about the amount of plastic that's in our environment and the effects that it has on our ecosystem. And your company not only pulls those resources out of the environment to upcycle them into a useful handbag, it's a beautiful handbag. And you've got one right behind you right now that has a twinkle in my eye. It is, for those of you that are listening and can't see us, it's like a hot fuchsia, beautiful handbag, and I want that.
That's our less pollution bag. It's one of the best sellers. It takes 6 days to make that bag, but also it creates so much impact. Like for every bag you purchase, like we're giving back because we're supporting one person. That person supports their family, and the family becomes the community that you're building, supporting. And it's all about like creating good for the environment, that yes, you can do it. And you're a change maker. You're not scared because you know who you are. So you're able to take the risk and bring change in the world. You're not waiting for someone else to do it because you know you can do it.
Yeah, and you mentioned on our podcast last time the term that has really stuck with Jessa and me as we work with our clients. It's take care of the environment and it takes care of you. And exactly. I think that's a really good theme that carries forward in regenerative businesses and regenerative fashion. It's you're being mindful of your supply chain and what impact it has on the environment. What you do for the environment takes care or damages you. And it's even more clear in the time of COVID now, where air pollution has significantly decreased because people aren't on the road. So people in LA are like experiencing these beautiful skies, and we can carry that forward. We can continue to have clean air, clean water, clean skies, lovely plants, and wildlife moving forward. And you as a consumer, as a change maker, have the power by voting with your wallet to be selective in the purchases that you make, which was a huge part of us coming up with this regenerative event. We wanted to show these businesses do exist, they're profitable, and you're the right person to get more involved, and you can do this too. If you're an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur you're a decision maker. It's not, I don't want to say it's not that hard, but the point is this, it's a thing, it's a movement. And we're going to bring all of this together in our flagship event with a little teaser next week through our Ladies Night In. And with that, I kind of wanted to move to Sasha, because Sasha, during our Ladies Night In event, is going to give us a demonstration of shelter-in-place artwork. What can you do with the materials that you have at home and being creative? So with that, Sasha, give us a little background on your new business that we're so excited that you started, and what you intend to inspire or share during Ladies Night In.
Yeah, so as Justin mentioned, I'm a designer in my day job, and I started this new business called Smiles and Rainbows, and it's really near and dear to my heart. It's definitely a family business. It's based on a lot of the philosophies and really values that our grandparents have passed down to us in making a good situation out of bad times, and it's exactly where we are right now. And just with so much negativity and so much going on, I really just wanted to bring something lighthearted, fun, and joyful to people's homes and to their lives. And that's really what Smiles and Rainbows is about, passing along love and joy. And so everything is focused on art and home goods to bring joy to your house. And it's all consciously crafted, made with love, locally sourced. And again, just super inspired by you ladies, and I've always been very sustainable in my practices, but how can we practice what we preach and put it into what we're creating? There's so many products in the world today. There's so many things online, but how can I be a differentiator and be a trendsetter we have the resources to do it differently. So why not start?
I think it's an excellent point. It's like resources are everywhere. And I think people during COVID, when they're at home and they're on lockdown, they're realizing, oh, I have all these things. I have all this stuff. And I'm spending a lot of time in my personal environment, in my sanctuary. How do I make this a beautiful space that brings me happiness and joy in the time of COVID? I love
you are what surrounds you. So space is very important. Your product of your environment.
You had mentioned
Smiles and Rainbows. I've told Sasha, I did a tour of my house. I'm like, I have nothing on my walls. I'm like, and now that I'm here all the time, I'm like, okay, I need to settle in. I need to nest. I need to put stuff up. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love your artwork. I'm so excited for your website to go live and showcase it, because you have such cool inspirational pieces. The meaning behind it is just, it feels so good. I love it.
It feels so good to think about that wisdom and values that your grandparents passed down to you. Those memories, they stick, and we can carry forward that to generations that follow and keep the inspiration going, even through the Great Depression, Vietnam, World War II, all of the wars we're all going through, pandemics, all the things. There is joy and happiness in that.
Absolutely.
Can you explain a little bit about the artwork right behind you?
Yeah, so this is one of my first prints. I really have found such meditation in doing this, and with all this extra time have put such love into it. And really I look at nature as such an inspiration for me in everything I do, and just the world around us. So I feel really blessed to be in such a beautiful spot as San Diego. So really it's just kind of the waves and the rolling sunsets and the beautiful natural colors that you see in the world if you just open up your eyes. I mean, we've all had a lot more time to take it in and take it a bit slower, which I think has been very good for a lot of people and is going to change us moving forward. But to really take the time to open your eyes and look around and appreciate what we have.
Yes, and not only appreciating what you have, but you're going to teach us how to do something out of it, to make something extra specially beautiful. For our listeners that are going to join us next week, can you share a little bit about some of the materials that we might want to hoard a little bit?
Absolutely.
Not the grocery store and hoard, but things that we have to set aside so that we can learn how to do the shelter-in-place artwork.
Yeah, so this whole idea is really to avoid putting the daily things that you use in the trash and making a beautiful piece of artwork out of it. Trash to treasures. I think people were so used to kind of what's been instilled in us, but really rethinking a lot of the materials that we have used every day. So think about all the packages you receive and the cardboard that you have. Think about all the toilet paper that we've been hoarding since we've all been home, but using those toilet paper rolls and just rethinking these resources that are readily available to us and recreating something with it. So from anything from the plastic bottle tops that are on your water bottles, your Gatorades, your oat milks, to the toilet paper rolls, to the paper towel rolls, and making something beautiful with it. So I'm really excited to share a super short tutorial and stuff that we all have, and it's just going in the trash, but we can make it beautiful artwork for your home to spread joy and make you smile every time you see it.
Smiles and Rainbows. Smilesandrainbows.co. And so you've heard from two of our featured designers, and as we mentioned earlier, we were really thoughtful about who we wanted to bring on board to showcase their story. So Mavis, can you walk us through the three additional people that were within your network that you're really excited to highlight?
Yes, so we have Karemi Cosmetics. They're high-end cosmetic brands. They use all natural resource to come up with high-end makeup. That I totally love their lip gloss. Like I'm wearing one right now and I just love it. It stayed there. It comes with all these other plant beneficials that it doesn't have chemicals. So it's like helping. And not only that, Karemi supports us human traffic. So they're stand for a good things in life. Next we have Perspective Fitwear. They are actually here in San Diego, and they make active fitwear clothes. They're made out of recycled plastic material as well. So they're totally sustainable. It's pretty cool. Check them out. I just love their leggings, their workout. I'm a crazy cyclist, runner, and I just wear their clothes, and it's just so smooth and feel. And then next, we have Chef Javier Rubio. He is an executive chef, and his food, it's art. Like you won't want to eat it. It's so great how he creates so beautiful art with food that you just don't want to eat it because it's delicious. So he's going to be showing us how to cook. It's going to be a surprise, the dish, but we're going to send you the ingredients soon. So join us. It's going to be fun.
Yes, we're really excited because we've heard from a lot of our clients and the families of clients that their kids are starting to learn how to cook now because they're at home all the time. And I'm a prime example of that. I really wasn't much of a cook before this COVID thing happened. And now I'm really excited. I've been cooking salmon and cod and like sustainably caught salmon, cod, and tuna and all these different dishes, and I've realized that like I am inspired by and love cooking my own food. I'm so excited to learn from Javier about what good foods to get, where to get them, and then what can I create. I mean, it's artwork. Like Sasha does spaces and things, and Javier does stuff you shove in your face.
Yeah, he creates art with food. It's so delicious.
And speaking of food and bevies, we will also have 2 cocktail demonstrations from a local distillery called You and Yours. I love the brand. When you go on their website, it just looks like you want to be a part of it. Going in their distillery in downtown San Diego, it's so artfully designed. I'm attracted to the tile. I'm attracted to the seats. I'm attracted to the bar staff. It's like you sit down there and the whole thing is a really amazing experience. So obviously we can't go in there, sit down and enjoy the vodka and the gin and all of the cocktails that they're making. So what they've done to adapt to the times is provide to-go menus and also like how to create these beautiful cocktails. I want to do a quick plug that tomorrow, May 15th, They're having kind of a date night menu to go. So you can order Italian food and the cocktails that go alongside it. So I would recommend going online, check it out. It's called You and Yours Dinner and a Movie. It's Italian night. So they'll cook food for 2 guests or 4 guests. You can get arugula salad, eggplants, meatball, ricotta cake. They have a movie recommendation list of all the movies that you should watch when you do this, and then a cocktail list to go. So basically they give you the liquids and you pour over ice and you're ready to go. Some of those examples are, do you want that spicy? It has their Sunday gin, grapefruit, lime, cucumber, sea salt, Topo Chico, and Serrano bitters. So that's just an example of a local handcrafted cocktail list from a local distillery that is adapting to the times and being really, really creative. So we're going to hear from the CEO, founder, owner, Laura. She's also an alumna of University of San Diego, so she has a special place in my heart, and she agreed to come on board and give us 2 demonstrations. We will also provide the ingredient list in advance so that you can do it at home if you don't feel like ordering from You and Yours directly, which I highly recommend. And another one of our artists we had is a friend of mine. She went to UC San Diego. That's when I met her. And through her experience in college, she became a professional kiteboarder. She is just one of those women that sees what she wants, goes after it, and then happens to be the best at it. She's in magazines, she's in interviews, and she developed this fantastic brand of sustainable swimwear that helps women feel awesome. So the point is there, she uses all upcycled materials, and it's ethically crafted, and they're for all body types. She goes online to share videos of herself in her swimsuits, her friends in her swimsuits, all the way from athletes to regular women. And she was inspired by the idea that here are these magnificently powerful women competing in this predominantly male-focused sports and athletic industry, and they didn't have a lot of swimwear that would stick and stay, and so that they could move and do all the things they wanted without showing too much. And through that process, she has exploded. I mean, people from all over the world are buying her swimsuits. So join her at Sensi Graves Bikinis, learn more about sustainability, how she does it, and how she empowers women. Follow her on Instagram. I'm so excited that she's going to be a part of our Ladies Night In. I'm absolutely thrilled. She is an inspiration. And I don't think I've forgotten anybody. I think that's rounds out our crew, except for A Stellar Co. We're hosting the event as corporate sponsors, and so you're going to hear a little bit more from us if you haven't heard from us enough already.
Yeah, that's our team. I mean, yeah, we have a great team and really excited. And I think, yeah, I don't know, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so go to Runway to Regeneration.com and you'll see our Ladies Night In program, our featured speakers, A Stellar Co. is a corporate sponsor, and you can register through Eventbrite. We kept the cost of it significantly low. It's $5 for you to join us. We are having as Jessa mentioned, a contest, a best dressed contest with 3 different awards. And if you are a winner, you get all sorts of good goodies that we'll keep as a surprise. The categories are, as Jess has mentioned before, is most creative, most showstopper, and loungewear, which is so topical these days. So as we send out our communications related to ingredients you want to bring, think about what you want to wear, what you want to go for, and go online to register, learn more about the featured speakers. And we're really excited to have a party in.
Yeah.
And after the event, we're gonna have a happy hour.
So carry on with your You and Yours drinking.
More cocktails.
More cocktails.
Well,
we have some time left in our podcast. If there's live comments, if you're listening live on YouTube and you have any questions that you want to ask us, feel free to type it in right now. You can also follow up with us by visiting runwaytoregeneration.com. And we highly recommend following us on Instagram at Runway to Regeneration. And we have a Facebook event as well. So you can find us on all of the social media platforms. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us, get to know us, check in with us on LinkedIn. We are entrepreneurs, professionals, and business owners, and we want to connect with you and prepare ourselves for what we think is going to be an awesome flagship event eventually when we're allowed to gather in person.
Right. I think do our 3-point landing.
Yeah, go for it, Jessa. Take us home. 3-point landing.
Okay, man, I didn't prepare. My first key takeaway is be open, be flexible, adapt. Things are different now. That doesn't mean they can't be done a different way.
Yes. And go for it. Go for it. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of excuses why they can't do something right now. It is a challenging world, but start before you're ready. You won't regret it. Like us at Runway to Regeneration, we're just going for it, and we're really excited.
And just to follow up on that is use what you have, where you have it, when you have it. Time to start now.
That's right. And I think the final one will be shop consciously, buy consciously. We have a little bit more time on our hands. We're a little bit more restricted. And because of that, like, keep your local businesses keep them open by supporting them. When you're ordering out Postmates or Uber Eats, whatever, use local businesses. When you're buying handbags, shop local, shop small. I mean, I use small, like in air quotes. Big ideas, small business. Art, personal handcrafted art to your space. I mean, I myself personally have don't get me wrong, I've definitely ordered a few things that were not super conscious. However, I've made a much bigger shift, and I think that it's something that should be in the forefront of all of our minds.
Hear, hear. I agree. And with that, send it, Jessa.